Forget it. We got a cold start because Mike is a whack-ass switcher. We back. What's up? TBV is live. And we're going to talk some Wilder. We're going to talk a little bit of, Eddie Hearn, right? In his little, I don't know, what do we call it? Like his message out on boxing scene. Basically, Eddie is saying that Wilder needs to take control of his career. So that's what we're here to discuss. It would have sounded a whole lot better in the introduction. But again, Mike. Everything gets blamed on Mike. All the time. Every single time. The man to my right was Danielle, but we will not introduce him. He's just like swagger jacking, clout chasing, and that's that. He wants to tell you his little stories about Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis and all that stuff.
Some good work.
All that stuff, But we'll get back to him because we had to put the camera on Mike. Because he messed up, We're not even going to have his intro, which I could. Look, I could just easily go here. It's a rough start. This is a rough start. Why? Because of Mike.
We're on our way out for the day.
Mike, the camera's on you. Camera's on you. They waiting.
Hold on. You got to let them.
People waiting.
How's it going, everybody out there in TBB universe?
Okay.
I'm Michael. This is Daniel. This is Doomy. And we are the Boxing Voice. Eddie Hearn has some comments about Deontay Wilder. And I thought that's what he was doing by not taking the zone deal, was taking control of his own career, not capitulating to what somebody else wants of him. But I could have been wrong, but I'll pass it on to my guy, Doomy. And, we'll start the show.
TBV Universe. I like that, Mike. Well, welcome, everybody, back. Just here to talk about a couple.
Call you cut in half. Look. There you go. Ron is the Velda, not Jack. So this is definitely a cold start. But so what? Go ahead, Dooms.
It's okay. This is the blooper, I guess, episode. No, but what were you mentioning about Eddie Hearn telling Deontay? I thought this was a prediction. I thought we were doing a prediction here.
Yo, we've been decided no more Canelo.
No more Canelo.
And Jacobs.
I guess, what can we say?
What can we say that hasn't already been said?
Eddie
Hearn says that Deontay Wilder should step up and take control of his career and stop letting people influence or tell him what to do.
No. I think that what that translates into is like, get into a contract. You know what I mean? With me. Or with anybody else. No, man, I like what Deontay Wilder's doing. Can't nobody tell that man what to do, who to do, or do this or do that. If he don't want to do it, guess what? He ain't gonna do it.
I think Eddie Hearn was stating out I believe the story that we broke, that Luis Ortiz and Adam Kownacki could be potential opponents for Wilder down the road this year. So maybe Eddie Hearn is referring to that because he feels like maybe the fighters want the big fight with Joshua and Wilder, and maybe Wilder's handlers.
Eddie Hearn feels that way.
I'm just trying to give his side of the argument.
Eddie Hearn feels that way because he wants to fight, man. It's obvious. The article states that they heard the interview that we did with Shelly Finkel, and, they want the fight, and just like we do. But they got to understand what's being said because people both want their terms, you know what I mean? So that's just the biggest issue. But on my right, here is Daniel Alvarez at Ringwalk Danny on Instagram. And obviously he's been putting in work all fight week. Like I said, cold start, so we went weird on the intro. But he has been working hard with Ron. Man, obviously you've been here all fight week, but we're talking a little Wilder. So, yeah, talk to us, man.
No, definitely. I mean,
you look so small next to me, though.
I'm losing weight for my Border Wars in September,
champ.
Losing weight for my Border Wars in September. No, obviously, I was actually in on that interview where I'm the one that actually brought up the question, the Shelly interview. This was after the Canelo Jacobs press conference, and that's where Eddie said that he believes Deontay needs to take control of his own career. My whole approach was, I know you heard Shelly's comments. Do you feel like maybe he was doing it, just trying to raise some eyebrows, stir the pot up a bit? And he said no. And he's like, and if he was, then Wilder needs to take control of his own career. So actually, if you guys go on the Boxing Voice YouTube page, you will see that interview. It was posted on Wednesday afternoon, so 2 days ago.
Okay. Look, man, I know Eddie Hearn's, like, in my opinion, he's in a bit of a tough spot right now. The fight with Big Baby fell apart. He's maybe feeling some pressure from the zone to deliver a big fight. Maybe that's why John Skipper came with the $120 million offer to Deontay Wilder. Maybe that's why Eddie's saying that he wants to make that fight next, that he's under some pressure. And right now it seems like the Wilder camp has their own plans, and maybe we'll be addressing Eddie Hearn and AJ next year.
That makes total sense, man. That really makes total sense.
I mean, I don't know why everybody's upset. Didn't Barry and AJ said 2020, so it's 2020. What's the big deal?
Barry, shame on you.
You know, so now people are deciding to. I think Wilder is taking control of his career. First off, if he wasn't, he would have been jumping on any offer and doing everything that we are basically pressuring him to do as fight fans. Every time he opens up his social media, he's hit with a barrage of messages from fight fans saying, "Guess what? Fight Anthony Joshua. You're a duck. This and the other." So I'm sure if he wanted to, he would have. And I think he's doing now what he believes will get him in the best position possible. So I think he is taking control of his career, man. Many aren't.
So
I totally agree. And right now, if people are listening on YouTube and you want to call in, please add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. We will be taking calls after we get done.
First of all, why sign to DAZN? Joshua isn't.
Hold on now.
I mean, he's got shares, but Eddie made it clear he's on a fight-by-fight. So Wilder should do what Joshua isn't doing. I don't get it. Like, take control of your career.
So here it is right here. So if you guys go on the Boxing Voice YouTube page, the interview was posted a day ago. It was actually Wednesday. It just hasn't been the 48 hours. The name of the interview is Eddie Hearn, open quote, "I don't blame Al Heyman." If you guys go look at that, he's not saying that he doesn't control his own career. What he was responding to was a question that I asked in that interview. Did he feel that Shelly was saying that just to stir the pot up? And he said he didn't believe so. But if indeed that was the case, then Wilder should take control of his own career. So he wasn't saying that he doesn't. He was saying that if it is a case of Shelly doing that to stir up the pot, then at that point, Wilder should take control of his own career. Because, I mean, obviously, I feel like turning down that DAZN money was him having a say as to what he wants to do. Him showing his loyalty to Showtime was him showing what he wants to do. So I definitely feel like, you know, he does control his own career. But everybody needs to go check out that interview. It was posted 2 days ago. Open quote, it's Eddie Hearn, "I don't blame Al Heyman." So
I wonder who did that interview.
that was Ringwalk Denny.
You know, the
Really?
funny thing is that we're supposed to believe that Joshua signed into DAZN when that was the whole reason the Wilder fight didn't happen in September, is because he signed to DAZN. So then, the Wilder fight doesn't happen. They fight Povetkin because he allegedly signed to DAZN, and Wilder wasn't on DAZN. So now Wilder had to fight over there to fight.
I don't know. They fought Povetkin because he was a mandatory, and at the time, the reason the Wilder fight didn't go down is because Joshua told Wilder that the Wembley Arena wouldn't be available. But a week later, Povetkin, AJ, Wembley Arena.
Not only that, when Wilder and Joshua were negotiating, it was for a Showtime fight. It was still not knowing where Joshua was going to go. Povetkin was his first DAZN fight.
True.
Okay? So my thing is, like, it's just the shoe on the other foot at this point, you know?
Like I said, I just feel like, in my personal opinion, man, I feel like Eddie is under that pressure, man, from DAZN. Like, where is Eddie's big fight? We're here for Canelo Jacobs, and Matchroom is a part of it. But let's make no mistake about it. People and fans and eyes are here because of Canelo. He could be fighting this, and they'll still be here.
Yeah, true.
I don't think Nuts can make 160 pounds, though.
I can't.
For a check? Shit.
I mean, for a check, shit.
Shit.
Smoke all kind of crack, goddamn. No, but honestly, man, I think Eddie's under pressure to deliver, and he had one with Big Baby, but sometimes fights break down, man.
You know what? It's early in the year, though, Mike.
I totally understand it.
It's early in the year, and you know, the introduction to Canelo himself, it did wonders for
let me ask you a
DAZN's,
question. Without
input
Wilder,
in getting
what
subscribers.
big fight in the States would DAZN be happy with?
In the States.
Without Wilder?
Without Wilder? I mean,
saying.
come on.
AJ versus somebody without Wilder. Nope, no Wilder's not available. AJ versus somebody this year. Who will the zone be happy with?
Well, look,
Getting-
let's talk about how excited people were to see AJ Big Baby Miller, right? Like
True.
Big Baby
And-
Miller's not a Deontay Wilder.
And
True,
then-
you know what I'm saying? So, Ganaki or any of these top
But
heavyweights.
him and Big Baby had past beef. Talking about his mom, talking about he's a English muffin. So
Yeah, of course, it adds more spice to that, and obviously more attention and whatnot because people love the drama. But you know, a nice guy like Wanaki that's not gonna talk shit and all that. It's still listen. AJ is like a Mayweather, bro. He brings all that, you know. He brings.
If he was a Mayweather, then those fans that would be coming to the fight, and I'm not trying to like throw stones or like hate, those fans would be American. 10,000, 12,000 of the fans that are coming over are British fans.
Exactly.
They're
It's
paying
funny.
his way.
It's funny because they want to say, "Oh, AJ's selling out in America," yet everyone is coming from the UK, and this fake sellout. When is it going to be like a real sellout?
I mean, I guess
fake
on the night. And I'm not saying that those 7,000, 8,000 Americans who's coming are not supporting AJ. All I'm saying is the bulk and the main revenue for those ticket sales are coming for those fans from the UK.
You know, somebody saying Usyk, and I feel like Usyk would be a big fight.
Not in America.
Right, so that was gonna be what I was.
But you mean for AJ?
right as for AJ? Correct.
Well, I think that Usyk will probably be given the opportunity to grow.
I think so too.
I mean, obviously, we heard some things here in terms of what the zone is planning on
I
doing
think
for
it's
their next couple of.
Chisora, those kind of guys before you bounce them up to them. Maybe you entice maybe Adam Cole and Nike. You know what I'm saying? If he loses,
Entice him to what? To fight
if he
AJ?
loses to Wilder or something like that, maybe Usyk can pick him off on the way back up. You know what I'm saying? If he's trying to get back in title contention, or maybe you match Usyk with the one and only Joseph Parker.
So what? You're saying that Joseph Parker's an introduction?
I'm saying.
I mean, when you lose
Of all the champions.
two
You know
top
I'm-
fights,
you know
when
I'm
you
messing
lose
with
two
you.
top 10 fights in a row, I mean,
of all
yeah,
the,
that's what they'd start doing. Look at Greg Corbin, right? I'm
He's
not
that
gonna say
guy.
he's a top 10 fighter,
Yeah.
but he lost to Charles Martin, and he's right back in sparring now with AJ, getting ready to lose to Flip Hardgrovic.
And I'm not calling my guy Joseph a tune-up, but of all the champion and elite heavyweights from top 5, he is that one that's hanging out at number 6. So he needs a big fight to propel himself back to that, and maybe Usyk could do it for him, and vice versa.
I don't even like that people are calling this Usyk character a big fight.
I'm
Like,
not-
my man needs
I'm
to
not-
do
I'm
something.
not
What you
saying
mean?
that,
What you
man.
mean?
He's
This
a name,
character.
though.
I'm just saying, champ. Like, who's he for? Dudes I never heard of and can't pronounce their name. Like,
Champ.
I don't even
But
understand that shit.
look,
Like,
maybe-
you guys
maybe-
make these
maybe
big stories about
maybe-
these dudes.
Maybe
like,
maybe us looking at it like
Bruh,
you know resume,
listen.
but his star power and like pull right now, you know he's the unified.
I
you
mean,
know?
he's the guy, man. Like as a
Danny over here getting tired on camera. Him and Doomy yawning more than a motherfucker. They lucky I'm switching off their ass.
I ate
My
once
bad.
today, guys,
Hey,
and
my
it was
bad.
fruits.
My bad, champ. We actually been doing work out here.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
again, if you want to call into the show, add Nestor.
Yeah, let me go to some callers, man. Let's see what's
we
up.
need TBV
Yo, listen,
Army to liven us up right
We
now.
actually need you guys to give us a sound check. So we want to know how these sound bites sound, because yesterday they were saying they were too loud. Today we need to know where the audio is with them. So we are going to go to the calls. We're going to get to our sponsors first. Shout out to El Camino. He in the building. We're going
He
to actually get together later
did you see
on.
him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to El Camino, man.
Shout out to
These
everybody
calls
out
are
there in the
brought to you
chat.
by El
So is that
Camino
low?
Electrical Services.
Sounds low to me,
Experts
but I
in
don't know how it
electric
sounds.
vehicle
Sounds low to me.
charging stations.
No,
For
to us, it's gonna
consultations
sound
and
different to them.
turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how low was our little El Camino there? So Jay Willits, find the phone and call in, punk. Nothing but a punk. Call in. So how was that soundbite, fams? Can I know? Can I know? Can I know?
Remember to rate us 5
come on,
stars
come on,
on iTunes.
Can I get a yes, Ness? That was dope. I'm trying to wait before I go to calls. You need an audio and engineer, bruh.
Somebody
They said low.
Low,
All right,
low,
turn
low,
me
low,
up.
low, low.
No. Remember clip. There you go.
Champ.
Mike gonna
Champ
come
got
out
it.
here.
Champ
Mike
got it
gonna
already.
turn into a sound engineer. You know what the issue is? Mike want to be next to me. Danny want to be next to me. They not letting me get to the equipment.
And
Look,
Listen,
and
you
you want to
tripping.
wear a yellow shirt because Eddie did. Get the fuck out of here.
man, hey,
'Cause Eddie did.
hey, me and Eddie wore the yellow shirt today.
Nah, he wore that Tuesday.
Okay,
they was
well,
talk-
I
they was
wasn't
talking
even here
fashion.
Tuesday.
They was talking fashion at the Top
But
Golf.
real quick,
I wasn't even here Tuesday, so I don't know what he's talking about.
we do have a Skype caller, you know what I'm saying?
Do we?
Cincinnati's-
Do we?
Yeah, Cincinnati's own, you know what I'm saying? He goes by the name the Queen City Cobra.
And let us know how his audio is sounding, man, so we could adjust and, you know.
Anthony Edwards, man, what's going on, brother?
How I sound? I sound all right?
Damn, bro, you've been talking for like an hour, bro. Now talk. How's it going, sir?
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you
Yeah,
hear
we
me?
hear you. I mean, a bit underwater there. You
Hello.
sound a little bit underwater, you know, not the greatest. A lot of background. Seems like you clean
What's
your
going on?
basement, too.
What's going on, man? You
I was
good.
cutting my grass, man. I wasn't doing shit but cutting the grass, you know. Trying to get the yard work in, man. What's the problem with y'all? See y'all here working, man. Loving this shit.
Yes, sir. We trying to do our thing.
Definitely, man. Definitely trying to put in a little work. We ain't working as much as Danny though.
Danny,
Yo, shout out to Danny and Ron.
Ring walk in the building. Ring walk in the
Ron,
building.
Don, and Danny, they really putting it in.
You dig?
Making those
He'd only do just step off the couch and get a win, though. You know, shout out
chill.
there.
Hey, tell them again. They was calling me out yesterday, talking about they want me to get a training camp now for a rematch. I'm like, I beat your ass with a black and mild in my mouth. I was smoking that wine, black and mild.
He talking.
Talking that talk. You talking that talk. Yeah, I like that.
What's good with you, champ?
Man, you know, just chilling. Left the gym not too long ago, doing yard work.
Who you got, man? Daniel Jacobs.
Let me know what you thought about that headbutt.
Canelo, baby. Who you
I mean, to me, I think that's Canelo's new thing because he kind of did that with Triple G.
They saying
you know,
he's too
'cause-
loud. Well, all right. No, don't do nothing. All
Am
right,
I
go
too
for
He
it.
did do it with Triple G also.
Yeah, because, you know, he was fake mad because Triple G called him out for doping and shit. So, you know, hey, oh, I'm ass. I'm going to headbutt you and shit. I think that's his new thing, trying to be edgy. I like it. But,
yeah, I can't say I don't like it, man. I really
yeah,
did,
you
man.
know,
Excited.
that way it gets you up, though. It should get you up. But
Man,
I
they
think
want
I
us to
got.
turn him up now. All right.
Now,
What about there?
How's that?
now looking at keep
That nigga
talking.
changed his voice that much, man. Now he's talking soft, then he coming
Yeah,
hard. You know what I'm saying?
They saying dude too loud, dude too so. Man, what is wrong with
Told you,
y'all, man?
that's how you talk, bro.
Nah, it's not that. It's the people's headphones, different headphones.
They
bro.
said a little loud. Better now.
All right, man. We're gonna rock out with that. If it's too loud on y'all YouTube, just turn it down a little bit.
Yo, hey, whoever Miles Long is, you a goofy talking about Canelo. Come on, man. My man.
Hey, Canelo for
yeah,
real.
he triggered him. He triggered
Canelo
him.
for
He
real.
triggered his
I
cousin.
hope
He
they was doing
triggered
better.
him.
That's kind of
I hope they was
Yo,
doing
we
better.
supposed to be talking about Wilder taking control of his career.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get up, but you know that.
When is
you hit it on
Ant
the head.
gonna talk? When is Ant gonna say something?
Is that a story?
You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head. Like basically, it's just Eddie Hearn. He's a little bit desperate about, you know, he ain't got nobody else. So they know, like at some point, shit, Wilder gonna come tap that ass. They gotta give it up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He, you know, exactly what you said. He want Wilder to sign that
That's
contract
like
with
a
him.
bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Calling you all
Ain't
day,
gonna
calling you
happen.
all day. Bitch,
Yeah.
you gonna get this dick when I get there. Now I'll be over there.
Exactly.
So now
Exactly.
you
And
calling
then,
women bitches and hoes live.
What is wrong with y'all, man? Come on.
This
and
dude
then,
terrible.
and then,
Meanwhile, he won't get
for
Alicia Bumgarner on the show though.
My
We gonna want
Ooh.
Pretty Beast on the
You
show
going
though.
Mike had a bag of chips.
You going that far?
I'm taking shots.
Have I ever did an interview with a lady boxer and respected her?
I have no clue.
This is
She
exactly
probably
this,
whip your ass. You don't want to do
Jessica
that.
McCaskey.
this hotness
Bumgarner.
triggers Mike.
I've done 3 interviews with ladies and have
But
not.
nah, let me
Cam
let me get my pick in. Let me get my pick in real
I know.
quick.
Can he get his
So-
pick in,
No,
or is
man.
Mike gonna talk?
You trying to set me up as a Me Too guy?
Hey, I've been down that road, bro. It ain't
Mike,
fun.
man,
It
why,
ain't
Mike?
fun.
Why? Nobody
But,
ain't do nothing to you, man.
Yeah, I've been down that Me Too, bro. That shit ain't fun. But so this is how it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go how basically all Canelo's biggest fights go. He gonna get his ass kicked a little bit. Everybody gonna look at it like, damn, Jacobs won 8-4, 7-5. And it's gonna be a controversial decision for Canelo. You can bet your house on it.
So you
can bet your house on
don't
it.
see no way a stoppage from either Canelo or Daniel Jacobs on this one.
Nah, because, and truth be told, at this weight and at this skill level, Canelo hits hard, but he ain't knocking nobody out at that level, and neither is Danny Jacobs. I mean, he can. Both of them can, but it just ain't gonna happen. This decision is gonna be controversial. Like I
It's fair,
would be
it's
shocked.
it's a fair assessment, and we brought up the whole draw thing, man, and how
Yeah,
decision and stuff like
don't
that.
throw that out, cause don't throw that out, cause that's well in play. That's well in play. But I think
What's the possibility on that? Like, if you had to, shoot it into percentages, like.
I say if you gonna bet something, just throw that in there. Just throw that in there, cause it's a good possibility. I mean, I say it's a good 20-30% chance that this shit ends up as a draw.
So,
But if it ends up as a draw, Danny Jacobs whooped his ass. That's what we gonna see.
Yeah, according to Mike, it's no way. He sees as Canelo stopping him. So
Yeah, I agree.
It's that type of weekend though. But I can't see Danny Jacobs getting stopped by no Canelo, because he taller. All he got to do is stay out of range. Canelo gonna be reaching with every shot. But
I agree with Mike. I actually think we may see a stoppage. I think a late stoppage. My guy texted me earlier, asked me my prediction. I said about the 9th or 10th, but I wouldn't be surprised if at the time of the stoppage, Canelo's down by a round or about the same, even on the cards. I think it's that close of a fight that we're talking about.
That's interesting to say, but I'll tell you this: don't be surprised if you see Canelo get hit more than he's ever got hit in his career outside of Floyd, and don't be surprised if you see Canelo get wobbled, because I think it'll happen. I mean, Danny was gonna be winging him in there. I mean, he gonna get hit.
Hold on. I know Danny's gonna be winging him in there, but I don't think Danny has the accuracy to really bother a Canelo. I know Danny hit.
so you saying he don't got no accuracy?
I mean,
I see why you say that.
Selecki and a guy who just fought, what's his name?
I see why you say that. I see why you say that, because he kind of, he's not turning them over he's not putting the knuckles on the head when he's throwing those punches. He's slapping with them a lot, but at a certain point, he's going to connect. At a certain point, he's going to connect, and it's going to help him that the dude is, he's shorter. And I think, this training camp, I think he's put it together pretty well, and I think he's going to hurt him. I think he's gonna hurt him. He ain't gonna knock him out, but this is
still on him. What the fuck?
Yeah, he gonna get hurt.
Talking?
I mean, we're gonna call in, man. Everybody else then call in, man.
Ain't the only one love us? You niggas
Hey,
ain't got
man,
love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg on the West Coast? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
It's Friday, man. Everybody outside. Shit, I'm going to Chicago tomorrow.
You know what I really thought? I thought Ant was just making some good points. And he was like, yo, just let him flow.
Quick,
Let him flow.
If you're listening right now on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, man. It helps with
It helps. I told y'all, I'm the ad-lib king, man. I'm the ad-lib king.
Nah, you the echo king.
And if y'all watching or listening, go check out all the interviews that we've been putting up all week.
Yes.
Bring Walt, Danny, and
I'm
Ron
moving
G.
over from Danny.
I cannot stress out
Danny
enough,
in my
bro.
shot, man. Like,
They've been putting in hella work
Dirty Bird.
all week long.
I'm out here. I'm up here uploading.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm up here uploading.
My man out here eating goddamn me cat food and shit.
What?
You know what I'm talking shit, bro.
What the hell?
Say
That's how hard he works for y'all. He don't care about real food.
Nah, you tripping, bro. I make sure every time they bring the food out, I go give me two
Nah,
plates.
they treat us very nice
They
here,
do,
man.
man.
Hey,
Big
is
shout
anybody
out to
else on this
Zonic
card?
King.
Like, who else
We
is
got
like
Virgil
notable?
Ortiz.
Virgil Ortiz versus Saddam Ali. I think that's the biggest fight. I mean, what?
That
We
might be a
changing
decent
subjects?
fight.
Each other, bro.
Is we changing subjects?
Bro, what do you? Hold on. First of all,
Yeah,
what are you
they're not
talking
fighting
about?
each
They're not
other.
fighting each other.
I meant to
Dang.
say Anthony Juice Young versus Saddam Ali.
Okay.
Oh,
He needs
I was
some
about to
milk.
say.
Got a man Juice.
That's his name.
nickname.
Oh, okay.
Champ.
That's his name.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
saying though,
actually-
are we talking Canelo or are we talking Wilder?
we
Like,
talking-
I mean,
we talking
he
whatever.
wanted to give his prediction and for Canelo
Yeah.
to break it down.
And it just kinda
we
spanned
got-
out
Look,
from
we
there.
got another caller, but Mike don't know how to merge. Mike think my laptop is touch. Look, now we both gonna do it. How we both got our finger on the mouse? This dude right here, man.
Champ.
This dude, Mike. I'm telling you,
All
bro.
right, Ant, man, we're going to go to somebody else, man. You're
Oh,
laughing.
y'all be
now he
easy,
want to
bro.
hang up on Ant like it's Ant fault.
Let's go, Cruz.
Now he want to hang
All
up on
right,
Ant.
Joe. I'll let Joe.
He talking about let's go, Cruz.
How you gonna take a shot on the
Cruz.
way out? Let me
Stop
see.
it, John Cruz.
Yeah.
We got live with Michael. What's going on, man?
Michael, talk to us,
From
brother.
the UK, baby. What's good, homie?
Yeah.
UK representative, where you at?
Michael.
Hey, what's good?
What's up, champ?
Hey, man, I'm a huge fan, man. Just wanted to come in, show some love on the show and talk some boxing, man.
Appreciate it, man.
What we
Appreciate
talking with you? We gonna talk some Wilder. We gonna keep talking this Canelo.
Or both.
Man, we can talk to Wilder.
All right, well let's talk some Wilder, man. Let's change it up on these people.
Now, what Eddie mean about this whole he got to take control of his career? What is that?
Man, I heard what you was talking about, and I agree with how you clearly said that Eddie didn't mean that. Because if you listen to all the interviews Eddie has done, he really do think that Wilder can fight on the zone. He has that freedom. You know, the only person he really think that can't go anywhere is Fury. He said that multiple times, and I think he'll get that fight down eventually. But he hasn't really said that Wilder can't move anywhere. He also says Joshua can go anywhere. So I don't think he gonna totally diss. You know, like I don't think he diss looking at this or talk insult Wilder like that. I don't think he mean it that way.
Okay, champ. Anything else you want to give a chest about this Canelo and Danny Jacobs?
Dang, he talking about Wilder. Where you was at?
I mean, he just said that he broke it down how he felt.
Oh, so you just gonna switch it up? Because it just sounded like you said anything else you want to get off your chest about this Canelo and Jacobs, as if that's what he was talking about. But I misinterpreted. You know I'm on your ass, man. I'm trying to anything wrong you do, I'm on you.
Only because
And that's, bro, I agree with you, man. That reason why that fight didn't happen last year is because that DAZN money, man, that DAZN deal was on the table. Eddie was playing a lot of games last year.
Absolutely, champ. We all know the truth.
Yeah, he's playing some games, man. He had that deal, and he told them they didn't want to fight in September. They ended up fighting in September anyway on the DAZN platform. When both of them was on Showtime, the fight should have happened, man.
Exactly.
It was
Instead, AJ had like 6 tune-ups over there.
Right.
He built his whole career on Showtime so he could get that American buzz and was like, yo, I'm out. Oh, man, hilarious. But look, Mike, man, we're going to go out to some other callers here, man.
Champ.
Looks like we got Ed Brown. What's going on? What's going
Appreciate
on,
you.
No. Let's give it to callers.
Oh, you over here talking about mute. You over here talking about chant, man. I'm telling you. Mike think he nice with this, and I got to always tell him shit. Look, what you doing? Ed Brown, talk to us. Mike just muted you, though, man. He muting you 2 ways over here.
Yeah, man. Ed Brown, sorry for muting you, big dog. Go ahead and unmute and tell us how you feel about this Wilder and Eddie Hearn topic.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Man, Eddie Hearn just need to quit, man. See, the funny part is he should have took that interview that you guys had. And you know what? I don't think you guys get enough credit. This ain't me trying to jockey or anything, but you guys started all this ball riding. When you got everybody stuck on the phone at the same time, I mean, it just opened up a whole bunch of stuff in the heavyweight division, you know? And Eddie Hearn talking about taking control of your career, that's exactly what Wilder has done. He's not going to allow nobody to dictate it. And he's talking about Wilder says Shelly Finkel says 2020. Well, you should have pulled AJ to the side when he initially said to begin with 2 years ago. So what's the difference? I mean, what's Wilder supposed to do? Sit around while you guys figure out what kind of games you want to play? Just time to move on. Him not waiting for
the argument, though, right? It's like you know, Wilder fans keep saying, AJ, Eddie were playing games, but like from the outside looking in now, 2019, right now, it seems like these guys who you guys are saying were playing games, it seems like they are the ones really trying to make the fight. They're sending offers. They're sending offers. They're the ones.
The same way, but here's the funny part.
I don't look.
Sky
Wilder's
Sports
the
ain't
one
happy.
saying. Wilder's
Wait,
the
hold
one
on.
saying,
Let
"Yo,
Mike
I'm
chill.
good for the next 2 years."
Sky Sports not happy. The zone not
Hey,
happy.
let me put it like this, though. Wait, hold on. Let me put it like this, though. Yeah, you're saying, well, that's what they're doing now. Well, the funny part is for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, we've known what the deal is going to be necessary for the fight to happen. Wilder has says 50-50. He hasn't budged from that. So they're not making the fight happen unless they're sending an offer that says 50-50. Or at least the last time with the DAZN, he just wanted to know how much Anthony Joshua was making. They couldn't even do that. That's not trying to make no fight. That's the same silly little games that they've been playing. And I'm gonna tell you, as a grown man, the type of person, I don't like to deal with people that play games more than once. Once you do that, it like okay, I've told you what I wanted. Anything less than that is not. We're not doing anything. There's nothing to discuss. I've told you what I wanted. Why don't you just go ahead and do that? So they're just playing. Like I said, they're playing up to the media because we all want to fight. That's what our mindset is thinking about. But the problem is, it like that bad taste still sits in Wilder's mouth. He took the chump change, the slave contract or whatever, and they still didn't make the fight. So now Eddie Hearn want to tell somebody about tell Joshua to take control of his career. Because last time I checked, when he tried to do that, you ran him off and made it out as though the $50 million offer was fake. So it's a non-starter. He knows what Wilder wants. Send the 50-50 offer, and the fight is made. Everybody else is going to get pushed to the side.
But I don't get it. Like, look, you know I'm a Wilder fan, and I'm on that side. But it's like, you keep talking and send this 50-50 offer. Like, why should they succumb to the demands of the dude that doesn't have the leverage?
Well, because the thing about it is, Anthony Joshua, as far as the American market, took his leverage away. When he went off of Showtime to a smaller platform, yes, his personal paychecks are higher, but his notoriety over here is smaller. And that fight...
Well, I mean, that could be argued because come June the 1st, you know, that's when he gonna have that first American fight. So yeah, he's off of Showtime, but you know the zone is still being shown. And
come on, man, the zone ain't gonna do the biggest fight they're about to have on the zone is about to happen this weekend.
Yeah, but that's the prelude,
and I would be shocked if 300,000 people see that.
You gotta understand that's the prelude, right? So what they have is an introduction. You know, they're going to have their biggest star in Canelo bring in subscriptions. And then they'll put their secondary star on an AJ to capture those.
You guys gotta take notice, man, with stars like Canelo, Daniel Jacobs, and recently the Dream, Devin Haney.
Whoa. You just called Daniel Jacobs a star?
Yo, is he not? He did a pay-per-view.
Damn, boy, you
Javonte Davis ain't doing no pay-per-view.
You gonna stop my goddamn thoughts to say Danny is not a star?
Yo, Javonte Davis ain't do a pay-per-view.
Like I was saying, when you see stars like Canelo, Daniel Jacobs, and now David Haney signing to the zone, they got to be doing something right and making these guys happy.
Hell yeah. First of all, how is he not a star when he got 15 million?
I'll tell you how. Because Danny's pro Canelo. He's biased.
Even if he's pro Canelo, he should be happy that Canelo's fighting a guy with such greatness.
Such a what? I know. Greatness is iPhone X's, Max S's.
I feel you.
They never fail.
I got a FaceTime call, man. I'm sorry.
You know? Oh, you feeling guilty?
No, it is what it is.
What you talking about? What you mean FaceTime? Doomy? What do you mean by FaceTime?
I have no idea.
I don't know either, man. My man
all I know right now.
What?
Is that Daniel Jacobs?
The kid's a little faint.
Oh yeah, Doomy about to pass out, man. Doomy finna die.
Oh, Doomy's hungry.
Yeah, but we got Ryder.
Yes, go to a caller.
Ryder, Ryder. How about that? If you're on Skype, please press on mute. All right, going to you now. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
We're good.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m. in London. Just doing some work right now, but yeah, I want to talk some boxing.
All right, man.
I just want to mention.
Yeah,
about this Wilder AJ thing.
Mm-hmm.
If Wilder's saying, he said that he wants to take control of his own career, which is cool, that's good. But I think if he's doing that and he wants to fight on Showtime and show loyalty, I don't get why there are no offers going to AJ. Why is always AJ making the offers? Can Showtime not make an offer to AJ to come on Showtime? Eddie Hearn has said loads of times, listen, AJ is a free agent. He can fight on Showtime.
I'm trying to give Ness credit. Ness has brought that up many, many times. Why is Showtime not making an offer towards them? And why is Shelly not making an offer towards them? What did Shelly tell you again, Ness?
It's a sign. I'm not going to come out and say, oh, Wilder's ducking at all of this. But his team, obviously, they don't want to fight right now. It's obvious.
I don't know about obvious. I think they're just holding out for the right deal.
I'm not saying Wilder.
But we do have to cut it, man. We are at Media Center. We at the Media Center.